Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Go ahead and start by reading from this subreddit called Off My Chest. In case you don't know, Off My Chest is a mutually supportive community where people can share deeply emotional things that they can't tell people but they want to tell someone. Okay. Well, whether it's a long-standing baggage, happy thoughts, or a recent trauma. So, yeah, people can post there so they could experience some relief. You know, when you have something that you can normally tell people because you don't want to be judged, you don't want people to get angry with you. So, this is the community where you can do it. Let's start with this. I love my sister, but I can't save her. So, my sister, 20 female, and I grew up poor. To make the long story short, we experienced every type of abuse possible in our home. It was mainly perpetrated by a father and uncle. I always felt the need to protect her. I took the rap for her on so many things growing up. The older we got, the more I started to struggle with my mental health. She was the only one who was kind to me. When we were teenagers, she became my best friend. I promised her that if I ever made it out alive, I would come back for her. And I did. I graduated high school and then college. I got married. I got an apartment 3 hours away from our father. When she turned 18, I let her come live here. But I told her from the beginning she'd have to get a job, go to therapy to begin healing from the years of abuse. And she'd have to graduate high school at the very least because she was already a senior. I had offered to help her set all these things up. 2 weeks after being here, she told me she didn't want to start a new school and that she wanted to go to school online and she'd paid for it after she got a job. It took her a really long time to even get a job. She always said she'd do it tomorrow or when I had a day off so I can help her look. I had days off and she was either too tired from staying up all night playing video games or she conveniently didn't feel good. All the while, she was picking fights with me over simple things like me asking her to help clean up or not be so loud when I have work in the morning. She would immediately get defensive and start comparing me to our father. My husband and I ended up supporting for her for a year and a half before our neighbor was kind enough to offer her a job. She was doing really well at this job and I thought things had taken a turn for the better. They hadn't. At this job, she has unlimited access to alcohol. Alcoholism runs in her family. It started out just as a cup or two of wine brought home every once in a while. So no big deal. But soon, it was every night. Then before I knew it, it was 2 bottles a night. She would stay up all night and drink. And then be so hungover the following morning, she'd have to call out of work. Her behavior became more erratic. When she was drunk, she would lose things or misplace them. Then she'd blame me or my husband for them. She'd say the most awful things to us because we wouldn't confess to something we didn't do. She'd always find the thing she was looking for exactly where she put it the next day and not remember what she said the night before. Her behavior became so triggering for me that I had to go back to therapy. She drove a wedge so far between my husband and I that we had to start attending couples therapy. My therapist told me to give her an ultimatum. Either she seeks the help or she has to leave. She did go get a medical diagnosis but refused rehab or overnight hospital stay. She'd promised she'd go to therapy and set up a psychiatrist appointment. She never did. One night, after being called a piece of shit like our father and being told that no one loves me, I had enough. Okay? I had enough. I typed up and served her an eviction notice. I gave her 30 days to find her own place. She didn't take me seriously. She continued to blow all her money and not look for places. When she finally realized I was serious, she called my parents. She'll be moving back with our father the next Saturday. My heart breaks for her. I felt like it was my job to protect her. She is my baby sister. My whole life, I just wanted to save her. I wanted to give her a chance to have a better life than the one we were given. But I couldn't save her from herself. I hope one day she gets better. It hurts so much that this is the path she chose. Okay, so I'm very very sad for this OP, the original poster, because she has a good heart. She really wanted to help her sister, and I know people that came from abuse really have a hard time coping, making their lives better for themselves. They experience so much abuse that it warped their mind. It really left them broken, and then they don't know how to function as an adult. But still, like the OP, she was able to bounce back from her abuse because she experienced the same things like her sister. It's not like she was favored and her life was all fine and dandy, and then the sister was the only one who was abused. So I'm really really sad for her, and she did everything that she could. Okay, she gave her sister a chance for a short time. They were even supporting her financially. They were tolerating her abuse, but sometimes you really have to give tough love. By tough love, meaning you need to show this person that they cannot just do whatever they want in life. Sometimes you have to suffer the consequences. And she was really, really being irresponsible because, again, you cannot always blame your past abuse to what you're doing now in your life, or the lack of thereof of what you're doing, and expect people to just care for you. I think that's very entitled because you're not the only one who's suffering. Some people will be able to help you, at least give you a leg up, but it all comes down to you. So you really have to make an effort to better yourself and find a job. Okay, finish high school or finish college, or if you don't want to study, then go get a job that you're good at or you enjoy or whatever. It's called adulting. And this person, her sister, is really being irresponsible, and she was self-destructing. And I think that's her older sister, made the right decision to have this sister come face to face with reality, because she knows that her older sister loves her, and she's taking advantage of this sister. So I think, at the risk of the older sister's life being ruined as well, because this younger sister is ruining their lives, being so irresponsible. Probably they're causing financial strain, and because this sister is abusive, that they're arguing. Maybe the husband has enough. So yeah, it's better that this girl, the younger sister, is thrown out from their house. Okay, I'm sorry to use that term, but to be frank, she's getting rid of the sister. Okay, because she doesn't really know how to help her anymore. Yeah, and I would do the same thing because, again, like I said earlier, I can only do so much. Okay, for someone, I can give them a leg up, I can support them, but in the end, if they really want to improve their lives, it will have to come from them. You really can't do anything if they really want to just ruin their lives. If that's the path that they chose, then I'm so sorry, but I can't do anything about that. I helped you, but you're not helping yourself. Most important thing, if you are helping yourself, then there's more chance of you being able to improve your life. Alright, so that was a heavy topic, but I'm so sorry guys, but this is going to get heavier because this is off my chest. Okay, so the topics here are very, very triggering sometimes for some people. The next post is titled, "I'm very much jealous of my husband's ex-wife." Okay, juicy. I, 40 female, I'm very much jealous of my husband's 50 male ex. Our relationship started with an affair. Oh my god, other woman. Alright, I know it was wrong. Their marriage was on the rocks and my husband wanted to end it. When she, 48 female, learned about the affair, she didn't scream or shout at me. She was rather calm. She only asked if I truly love her husband, and I said yes. She told me that if I'm going to be a part of my husband's life, I better treat her kids, 19 female, 16 male, and 14 female, with respect and not push them to accept me. She didn't even create any hassle in the divorce. Things were tough. My husband's parents and friends really criticized us, and his parents almost disowned him. If it wasn't for his ex, they would have went with it. But his ex convinced me not to cut us off. Their parents did forgive my husband, but I still feel like an outsider to them. But I do love our kid. 4 male. My husband's ex is very different. She never held a grudge against me. Always pushed her kids to have a relationship with their dad. His oldest doesn't talk to him because of the divorce, and it always hurts my husband and his daughter wants nothing to do with them. The rest of them are good. They do not love me, but they're very civil. She never badmouthed me or called me a homewrecker. She did her best for her kids. She still tries her best so that her oldest daughter has a good relationship with her dad. I used to think she's a silly woman for not holding a grudge. She was always nice to me. When I was pregnant, she first congratulated me, and even though she wasn't invited to my baby shower, she sent me a diaper genie as a gift. I always felt guilty that I hurt such a pious woman. Okay, before I continue, let me just show you what I'm going to dress her up in. Okay, so this is a dress that I ordered from Shopee. I'm not sure if you know what Shopee is, but if you're in the US, it's similar to Wish. Okay, so where they sell very affordable clothes, usually coming from China. So yeah, I think it looks really cute. Actually, this could really look nice as a costume, like a pumpkin costume for Halloween. I just need to get some headdress for her and she would look good. But yeah, I just thought of her. I think it will look nice on her because she has orange hair. Actually, let's go ahead and put her in this outfit first before I continue with the rest of this post. Okay, so here she is. I think this sequin top is really fancy looking. I think it looks really nice. And I just put her hair into my favorite hairstyle, the half pony. I may fix it up later. I was just in a hurry because I still have to finish the rest of the post. But yeah, I think it looks really nice. So she's finished for now. I just have to look for some shoes for her to wear. But we'll go ahead and fix up the next doll. So let's go ahead and get her. We're going to start fixing up this doll. So I'm not just sure if she's Molly or if she's just like number 9. Okay, I'm inclined to think that she's number 9. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and fix her up. She is my doll Sydney. Okay, and let's continue reading the post. So to make it more complicated, she is in a relationship with my cousin. 45 male. Oh my god, this is so messy. My parents love her. Uncle and aunt love her. Even my cousins' kids love her. She never discriminated between her kids and mine. She always sends me some cookies or extra food for my son with her kids whenever it's their visitation time. She even met my son and treats him like her own. For the longest of time, I wondered why she is like this. Is she trying to win her husband back? I even asked her why she doesn't hate me when I was her husband's mistress. She told me she doesn't see the point because whether or not she hates me, her marriage was over anyways. I'm jealous of her. She's not just beautiful but also graceful. I know I was very much younger than her when my husband started the affair, but I can say she's much more better looking than I am. Even if I took her place in her husband's life, I can never be her. Edit. I knew very well I wasn't going to be treated like a good person here. I know I'm not a good person either for breaking up a home. So I'm editing this to clear a few things out. I know I made typos. I know this was in a hurry. I didn't even have time to reverse what I wrote. I'm not in a good position right now. And yes, it is because of my husband too. But that is a story I will share later. I fixed the typos. I hope it is clear to you all. Yes, I like her a lot. She's an amazing human. I'm glad I don't have any ex-wife drama in my life. And yes, a part of that really makes me insecure because I keep trying to find a fault in her. Because even my own parents like her when she attended the family functions as my cousin's girlfriend. My cousin and her met each other a year ago when she came to drop off my kid along with hers. She sometimes invites my son to her house. That's why she herself dropped him off. I asked her to stay for dinner, and there my cousin and her hit it up and decided to date. That's pretty much it. Also know, this was not written by her. She doesn't use social media that much as far as I know. Oh my god. Okay, I know this is supposed to be off my chest, but it's like if you're going to reverse it, this is like petty revenge on the side of the wife, the ex-wife, I mean. I'm so sorry. I know you're not supposed to judge the person who's sending the post, but I do hate mistresses. Okay, I think they're just cheap people who seems to think that they're entitled to someone else's husband or someone else's wife. I mean, there's so many fish in the ocean. Why are you like chasing after this particular one? But anyway, that's beside the point. So I really like the attitude of the wife. Like, why would she chase after her husband? Their marriage is very much over, and probably maybe it was a relief for her. Maybe the husband isn't really like the husband wasn't really a catch anyway. So she was probably miserable with her husband. The mistress did the wife a favor by taking the trash out with her. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, this is actually a very very good story, and I really love how classy the wife is. Just showed mistress that even if she got the husband, it's not going to phase her. She's beautiful, she's independent, she's a good woman. She's even going out of her way to make sure that no one treats the mistress. I know you. Do you remember Selena Gomez's song "Kill Them with Kindness"? Actually, this is the theme song for this. Kill them with kindness. You're killing the mistress with kindness, and that's making her crazy. Because if she was a bitch, okay, and she has a right to be. If she was like very very bitter, she was bad mouthing the mistress, or she even slapped, or she was making trouble for the mistress. The mistress will probably feel vindicated, and it will just make her, more confident that the husband loved her and not the ex-wife. But no, because she's being so nice, she's being so civil, friendly even, showing the mistress that my husband is downgrading when he chose you. That's a perfect revenge for me. Just show the mistress that they're nothing, they're trash, okay? And also the husband that you're much better off without him. That he's someone that you're not even going to miss, that you're not even going to waste a time thinking about them. I think that's a very very good boss move. That's how you should act. Show the person, your husband and the mistress, that okay, if you want each other, then fine, because trash begets trash. Like-minded people attract. You're both trash, so you're attracting each other, so go ahead and go to the trash heap with each other. But anyway, so I'm happy. I'm very very happy the way it turned out. And yes, for the mistress, for the OP, I know you're suffering and you deserve it. So I'm sure that you're regretting probably of getting involved with a married man. You deserve whatever you're experiencing right now. Anyway, enough of that. So let's move on to the next one. This is probably going to be our last story. I don't know how to forgive my boyfriend for what his friend did to me. Okay, that's really really intense. Let's see what happened. My boyfriend and I had been living together for over a year. A few times a month, he'd invite his friends over to play video games. I didn't mind, but there was one particular friend I always felt very uncomfortable around. He'd make sexual comments at me and touch me unnecessarily, but tried to be slick about it. Okay? I told my boyfriend several times that I don't feel comfortable around this friend. I asked him if he could not invite his friend to our home. I asked if they could go play video games at another friend's house who lives alone and isn't far from us. He would say okay, but never do actually anything about it, and the boys would be over again several times a month. I was home alone a couple of weeks ago, and my boyfriend was on a work trip. His friend stopped by and said my boyfriend sent him over to pick up the PS5 so he can take it to another friend's house so they can play. My boyfriend didn't give me a heads up that the guy would be coming over or anything. I told him to stay at the door and I would bring it. He didn't listen and came in anyway. I don't want to give details, but he SA'd me. Okay, and a neighbor had heard the shouting and came to help. The guy has been arrested. My boyfriend flew back from his work trip immediately and came to be with me. I asked him if he actually told the guy to come to our house and he said yes. He did, but he forgot to warn me. Okay, I got angry and I specifically told him many times that I wasn't comfortable around that friend and he didn't take me seriously. He cried and said he was sorry and that it's all his fault. He's been trying to make it up to me. He's done everything right, but I can't help but still blame him a little. Had he taken me seriously, this wouldn't have happened. He never listened to me or took my complaint seriously, and I really resent him for that. I don't know if we'd be able to go back to how we were. I don't know how I'll ever be able to see him the same. I feel terrible because he really is trying his best now and I feel like I'm taking it all for granted. But I don't know how to stop feeling like this. I want to move out and never see him or this apartment again. F this. Your boyfriend is a piece of shit. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to say it plainly. I'm going to be blunt. If you already told your boyfriend, complained that his friend is being inappropriate with you and he did nothing, what kind of boyfriend is that? Okay, so he doesn't really care whether you get assaulted or even if this friend even made a passing remark that made you uncomfortable. Like, a decent guy, a decent boyfriend would not let it slide. Okay, so I would expect if I had a relationship that I had a boyfriend, my boyfriend would tell this guy I don't want him to beat him up. Okay, I think that's overreacting, but talk to this person, tell him that he made me very uncomfortable and if he wants to remain friends, then he better stop it. He better lay off. He's not to talk to me, get near me, or do anything with me because I don't go for that sort of shit and he's not allowed to do anything disgusting with me. So the scenario here is that this friend knew that her boyfriend was out of town and he planned his black deed, okay? And he really made it seem that this boyfriend knew all about this but he was just lying. He just wanted to take advantage of the girlfriend. I might actually be more forgiving for my boyfriend because he didn't know anything about it, but he gave his permission. He's allowing his girlfriend to be assaulted because again, his girlfriend already told him that this friend made passing remarks, crude remarks about her, and then he told him to go to his apartment. And then when he already knows that the girlfriend is alone there, like, my God, what kind of person are you? Are you just stupid? Don't you know anything? My God, I can't. Oh my God, I'm really at a loss of words. I'm so angry right now. And yes, I think OP should leave the boyfriend, break it up with him. What he did was very traumatizing because if you can't trust your boyfriend or your husband in something like this, who can you trust? She got assaulted, and if it wasn't for the neighbor, who knows? Maybe this person could have killed her. Could have murdered her, and if she will be another unsolved crime. Oh my God, this is really, really upsetting. I'm so sorry. I need to make sure that I'm going to put a trigger warning on this because, again, this is a very, very triggering topic. And yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to finish fixing up this doll, Sydney, and I think I'll be ending the video here because everything is so heated. I need to relax a bit and then I'm going to shoot another video. I think I still have some energy, but I just need to relax for a bit. Just breathe a while, drink some water, and and let's see what other traumatizing posts I can see or read. Okay, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more videos and hopefully my dolls will arrive soon so I can make an unboxing video and fixing up videos once I get them, because they're almost all TLC and they need to do something about them, tighten their limbs and fix up their hair, re-wig them, change your eyes, put in some eyes because most of them are eyeless. So that'll be all for now. Take care and God bless. Bye bye!